Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome out here to another edition of Westside Warrior Basketball here on Jim Tengal Court. Today we have a great matchup as the girls will be playing tonight, and it will be a top 5 matchup as well. Number 5 Westside Warriors taking on the number 2 Millard North Mustangs. My name is Hunter Valepeck. Alongside me is my great friend Zach Kastrick. Zach, we've seen this show before. This is the 7th top 10 matchup Westside has played, and they are looking for their 4th win, especially against a number 2. They beat number 2 Lincoln Southwest a few weeks ago. Now they're trying to beat number 2 Millard North. How do they do it?
Yeah, I wish we had more time to talk about this game. But, you know, technology issues, we love that, Wi-Fi, all that. We won't get into that, but wish we had more time to talk about. This is going to be a really interesting game. Like you said, Westside's played a lot of tough teams, but this one's going to be interesting. We'll talk about it more at the start of the game as we get a chance, but we have to step away for the national anthem. We'll be right back.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back out to Jim Tengal Court as we are just about a couple minutes away for tip-off between the number 5 Westside Warriors and the number 2 Lincoln Millard North Mustangs. I'm Hunter Valepeck, alongside me, Zach Kastrick. And just before we went to break, Zach, we were talking about how this is going to be a pretty big matchup. The 7th top 10 game Westside has played, and this one may be the toughest challenge of them all. Millard North coming in at 11-2. Their only 2 losses are to cross-city rival Millard West. They have a really good team, and what I've noticed is that they distribute the ball a lot.
That is exactly right. Millard North doesn't have a single player averaging over 10 points per game. Their leading scorer is only averaging 8.8 points per game. You got to keep in mind, this is a team that's averaging over 60 points a game as a team, and for them to have no score in the double figures should be enough to tell you that they really can pass the ball around. And to prove that, averaging 14 assists per game.
Millard North won the tip-off, but Westside gets a steal. Jenkins brings it down the floor. Westside's big on their three-point attempts, mainly by Joe Matoyer and Kamora Jenkins. Matoyer at the top of the key, drives down low, has an open lane. Underhook is good, and Westside strikes first blood.
That's the name that you're going to keep an eye out. Joe Matoyer averaging over 17 points per game. She's the reason this Westside team keeps winning.
Top of the key. Welker gets it down low, guarded by Foster. Fadeaway two, and it's good. Millard North gets back on the board and tie ball game early. 7:10 left to go.
That right there, Averill Smith, she leads the team with 8 points per game. It's just going to be who can find a way. That's why I think Millard North is going to have to do. Somebody's going to have to score 10-plus points tonight. It can't be like that. You're going to have to score points.
Great entry pass by Jenkins, but it was tipped and stolen. North up the floor quickly. Outside, Smith from two. That's no good. And it will go out of bounds off of Matoyer. Possession will stay with the Mustangs.
Yeah, the thing that keeps an eye out, I wanted to say this before we started, but defense is what's going to win it tonight. Millard North only gives up 46.4 points per game, Westside 53. So it's going to be a low-scoring game, I'd have to imagine, between these two teams.
I'd expect it to be a low-scoring affair, too. Broken ankles, three ball is good! Millard North bench go crazy as Welker hits the step-back three. Millard North presses up early, gets it to the outside. Kay back up in the corner, now guarded closely by Welker. Jenkins drives in, back out. Kay for three, no good. Rebound goes to Smith, and Millard North will bring it up the floor. Back outside, drives, kicks again. Ball movement is good. Harley takes it down low, up, too hard off the glass. Offensive rebound, that's no good. And now another offensive rebound and a foul on Westside.
That surprises me right there, Hunter. Westside should dominate the boards in tonight's game. Westside averages 11 offensive rebounds a game, totaling they're averaging 32 rebounds a game. Millard North only 26. Westside should dominate the boards tonight. They have the height advantage. They have the size advantage. They should dominate it quite easily.
But that was a good possession by Millard North right there. Sarah Harley down there getting two or three offensive rebounds and just keeping the possession alive. 1 of 2 from the line. Foster with the rebound and pressure by Millard North. That'll sort the ball loose on the floor, and it'll be a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to the Warriors, but suffocating defense early by Millard North. Their last game was a low-scoring affair, as you said. They only allowed 30 to Millard South, who's also a top 10 team.
And still won that, scoring just over 40 points in that game. Sinai Foster's got to be on the board. She got the rebound there, but keep it up. You're taller than everybody else.
That's true. Matoyer drives in. She has the 2 points for Westside already. That's no good. Rebound to Smith. Harley. And now taking up the floor is Gilligan. Defense wins championships, but right now it's helping out Millard North. Outside at the key. Back up top to Vanderplots. Plotz drives in. 3 ball. That's good.
Millard North doesn't take a lot of threes. About 260 on the season. That's 30 less than Westside, but they're shooting at over a 35% clip from range. They can shoot the ball when they choose to shoot it.
Jenkins from 3. That's no good. Early scoring woes from the Warriors. Millard North on a 9-2 run, leading it by that score.
We've noticed all season, Hunter, Westside can live and die by the 3. And as you've seen early, they're dying from the 3.
Offensive foul, off ball. Will go against Gilligan. And like you just said, Westside lives and dies by the 3. First game of the season. Now a number 3 Bellevue East team. They scored a team record 17 threes in that game, en route to an 11-point win.
Westside averages 31% from 3. that's knocking down 88 of 284 shots from range. But in a lot of those games, they're only knocking down maybe 2 or 3, and some games they're knocking down as many as 10.
They can live or die by the three, especially in some of those closer affairs where they haven't been able to win, especially against number one Millard West. They only lost that game by 3 points, and maybe a couple of threes would have fallen their way. They may have won that one. They get another turnover. 3-ball from Harley. That's no good. That would have been her third three of the game. Foster with the rebound and a foul underneath.
That right there, that's going to happen if Westside can get the boards. It's been clear that Millard North is going to be aggressive with whoever has the ball, especially coming down off the rebounds.
Foul will be on Jordan McMahon. That will be her first. Jenkins gets it in. Nearly out of bounds. Great job to save it by Gahan. They get it up the floor quickly, and now it's Foster who carries it. And Westside already with 4 turnovers.
Yeah, not even 4 minutes into the game, and they have 4 turnovers. That's something uncharacteristic for Westside. Just over 7.5 turnovers per game. Millard North's forcing just about 10 steals a game or turnovers, so it's clear that Millard North's going to be aggressive. Westside's got to be smart with their ball handlers, get it into a guard's hand to get it up the floor.
Great steal by Matoyer. And now taking it up the floor is her. Gets it to the outside. Shoots it from free. Tally ho! She is inevitable. Matoyer with 5 early. The only points for Westside on the day. Great entry pass down low. Great block by Gahan.
That's great defense. Gahan's given up a lot of size down low. And Sinai Foster should be the one guarding her, but great transition offense. And Millard North just couldn't come up with it. Westside's got to slow this pace down. I know Coach Clark's gonna like to run it up and down, but that's just not working out.
3:30 left to play in the first quarter. Matoyer airmails a pass looking for Kamora Jenkins, and that'll bring in a sub for Westside. Jay Freeman checking in for Kay. And right now, still only a 4-point game. Millard North has had a lot of good possessions, just haven't had a lot of shots fall their way. Getting it down low early. Size advantage. Behind the head layup is good. And now Millard North is up to 11. Matoyer gets it in. Great press. And a defensive foul will be called. Another one on McMahon. That'll be her second. And inevitably, in these high-pressure situations that Millard North will be putting on Westside, you're going to have fouls.
Yeah, she's got to come out of the game with 2 early fouls with 3:09 left to play in the first quarter. Westside's going to draw fouls. Millard North fouls a lot, almost 16 a game, so free throws may be big if they can get into the bonus.
Matoyer again from 3. That's no good. Foster gets the rebound, though. Outside, Jenkins from 3. In and out, Matoyer the board, and she hits the putback.
That's what you expected to see tonight. Westside does get the offensive boards. They dominate the glass. That's how they're going to win tonight.
Matoyer with all 7 Westside points. The freshman showing out, and that's a steal by Freeman. She takes it up the floor quickly. Gets it to Jenkins. Jenkins drives in. Foster now. She drives in. Left hand layup is no good. And Millard North will take it down the floor quickly. At the top of the key. Now into Gilligan. Back to the outside. Gilligan pops. Pump fakes out. 3-ball. No good by Welker. Matoyer with the rebound. She takes it up floor quickly. She's got the hot hand for Westside. Outside. Jenkins drives in. Gets it to Foster. Great pass. And the 2 points for Foster. Westside gets it to within 1 possession. Wide open 3, though, for Gilligan. That's no good. Offensive rebound right back to her. Outside, Welker for 3. That's no good.
It's a lot of missed 3-pointers for Millard North, and that's why this game's tightened back up. Like to see Millard North get inside, get a couple of easy layups like they did to start this game. And then when that happens, it opens up the confidence for them to shoot that 3, and it'll fall down more.
They have attempted many threes this game. They've only been able to have 1 to fall, and that's what's been keeping Westside in this ball game. Outside. 3-ball. Haley, it's no good. Rebound to No one. It's going to be a jump ball. Possession arrow stays with the Mustangs. 1:34 left to go in the first. Physical defense by both sides right now. And like you said, defense is going to play a big factor in this game. 53 points by Westside and only 46 by Millard North. And two teams with pretty good offenses are being stifled right now. Haley on the outside, gets it to Gilligan. Gilligan, great pump fake. Inside, no good. Rebound will go to Kendall Davis. She's getting pressured. And another jump ball. Now possession arrow back to the Warriors.
Millard North isn't necessarily getting the rebounds straight off the rim, but they're attacking the person who gets the rebound, and Westside is not ready yet. They need to get to their outlets. They need to get to their guards.
That one nearly tipped and stolen, but Matoyer gets it. Going coast to coast in the nearly end. Oh, but a steal by Duvall. Ball hit the deck. And eventually the Mustangs will come out with it. Now is just an eventful turn of events by both teams. Haley hardly brings it up the floor. Nowhere to go. Under a minute left to play here in the first quarter. 11-9. Mustangs lead it. Back out to Gilligan. Gilligan to Smith. Down low. And a foul will be called. Stevens was the intended target. Foul will be called on Kendall Davis. That'll be her first.
It's getting a little physical, especially down here on this end. Surprised we haven't seen more fouls called, but if the refs are going to let them play physical.
Outside pump fake by Gilligan. She drives, and that's blocked. Inside, oh, that's stolen by Matoyer. Fast break chance for the Warriors. Left-handed layup is good as she crashes into the photographer. Tie game at 11. Fast pace for the Mustangs. Gets it back to the outside. Stevens wanted to pull up. Gilligan's going to drive. She throws it away to Stevens.
Can hold for last shot. Shot clock is off.
Shot clock is off. 15 seconds left to go here. Great backdoor cut and a foul on the shot. That will go on Davis. That will be her second of the game, and Gilligan will get 2 shots.
Yeah, Westside's bigs are starting to get in foul trouble. Seen Foster go out. She can't play every minute. Now Davis is in foul trouble.
Gilligan only a 53% free throw shooter as she misses her first. And now for Westside, they can hold for the final shot now. But first they need to get the rebound. They have their 2 tallest players on the floor right now, Sinai Foster and Delaney McGrain. Big shot here. Second one is good, so a 1-point lead for the Mustangs.
Plenty of time.
Plenty of time. 10 seconds left to play here. Matoyer getting triple teamed out to McGrain. McGrain's not the 3-point shooter you want. That ball's tipped out of bounds. Stay with the Warriors, but 1 second on the nose.
Gonna have to be a catch and shoot. Whoever gets the inbound pass is gonna have to put it straight up.
Gonna get it to Matoyer. She hoists it up, and it's off the glass and rim, but no good. But after 1 quarter, a very physical and defensive game, Zach. 12-11. The Mustangs lead it over the Warriors.
Yeah, is very physical is right, but Westside's got to find somebody else to score besides Hamaya Jo Matoyer. She can't score this many points and still keep Westside in the game. Somebody else has got to get up on the board. Get it to Sinai Foster. I mean, she's taller than everyone else. Let her go up. She's got the size. Guerin Kay is kind of that X factor for Westside. When she can get her hands on the ball and get some shots to fall, that's when they win.
Yeah, she had a double-double last game. She's a Blair transfer, but yeah, she's been the X factor. What I've seen in the games from when I've been watching her in her games, she has been the defensive X factor. She has played suffocating defense. I'm going to take an example here against Lincoln Southwest. She was the one tasked to guard Kaylee Irons, and she only held her to about 6 points. She averages about 17.
Yeah.
And that was huge for Westside and their victory.
I don't necessarily think the defense was bad there from Westside. They need to get the ball up the court once they get the rebounds. A lot of jump balls after that. Kamora Jenkins been really quiet, averaging over 12 points per game. Same with Sinai Foster. Maybe get those two going. Those are your 2 and 3 in points per game totals. Right now, Kamora Jenkins isn't even on the floor. Same with Hamaya Jo. Or Kamora is, Hamaya Jo Matoyer is not. So now you got to get the ball, get the rebounds, get it out to Gone, Freeman, or Jenkins, who's out on the floor. Sinai Foster should not be dribbling up the floor with as good as Millard North's defense is.
No, Westside had 20 assists on 27 made buckets in their last game against Papio South. Mustangs start with possession of the second quarter. And we have an offensive foul called. Foul will go on Emma Plotz. That'll be her first. Westside with possession. Jenkins still with no points. She set a career-high 29 in the game against Lincoln Southwest, and another quick foul called. So maybe the physicality might be able to be toned down a bit.
I mean, Coach Clark spent most of that quarter talking with the officials, so wonder if maybe got in his head, got his point across. I mean, 2 quick fouls in less than 20 seconds. Draw a few more and you're in the free throws already.
They need 5 to get into the bonus. Foster at the top of the key. She tries to drive down. Gets it out to Freeman. She fires. No good. Rebound. Great box out and rebound to Smith. Nelson will take it up the floor. Outside it's Plotz. Down low. Smith again. Dalton. 2 ball. No good. Great box out from Gahan. She gets the rebound. Up to Jenkins. She tries to drive. Gets it inside to Foster. Back out. Fakes the 3. Drives in. She gets denied. Gets her own board. And she gets the layup. And Westside with their first lead. That's 2-0.
Yeah, got to get those two going. Foster and Jenkins, both of them had a couple of touches on that possession, and look what happened.
First points of the night for her. Matoyer leads the team with 9. Foster with 2. And now Jenkins with 2. Mustangs inside Plotz, and a foul called underneath. It'll be 2 shots for Millard North. Foul will go on. It'll be on Kay. That'll be her second. And what we said during the quarter break, she's the X factor, so she might be coming out with some foul trouble.
Yeah, and part of what makes her so good is how aggressive she is on defense, and with her not out there, that's a big loss for Westside with her in foul trouble.
Plotz misses her first free throw. That's kind of rare. She's an 82% free throw shooter coming into the day.
And now you got Matoyer back on the floor. Love to see her keep it going, especially with how good she's playing already.
1 for 2 from the line for the Mustangs. But what makes Westside so deadly is their 3-point shooting as another trap.
This press has been really deadly for Westside, and that's why they called that timeout. They got to get a press break on and figure out how to beat this press.
This press has managed to put Westside in a tizzy. Only a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it with you here. But great defense by both sides so far. Tie game at 13-13. Hamayo Matoyer has 9 points for Westside. A combined 4 points by the other Westside players all by themselves.
Defense is not the issue right now for Westside. It's breaking this press, which is what they should do in this timeout. And they need to find a way to score other than Hamayo Joe. I hear this by so many great announcers. There's a difference between responsibility and selfishness. And sometimes you need to be selfish because it is your responsibility to be selfish. And right now, that's what Hamayo Joe and Kimora Jenkins, even Sinai Foster, when you're on the block and you have the ball, you have the advantage. Find a way to get up with it.
Westside taking a press break. 1-3-1 press by the Mustangs. Guarding up center court. Passes between Toyer and Kay. As no foul called on the trip. Smith. 3 ball by the Mustangs. That's no good. Tipped. Rebound. Hard fought. And Matoyer comes up with it. And then some more physical play by both teams. Matoyer takes it up the floor. Guarded closely by Plotz. Now it will be Jenkins. Looking for somebody. That pass is tipped looking for Gahan. And another turnover by the Warriors. Plotz takes it up the floor. Into Gilligan. Back out. Plotz for 3.
It's almost Westside has gotten to the point where they're starting to dare Millard North to take those threes. And you can't win a game if you can't get the ball across half court. And that's really where half of Westside's points has come from. You got to get the ball across the half court line to get a shot up. And right now, Millard North is just doing everything to prevent Westside from doing that. And Westside, they're not getting it across half court. Everyone's sprinting down. When your guards need help, you got to come help them.
Another jump ball. That's about the 5th one this game. Millard North playing suffocating defense still. They get a steal and a 2. Jenkins down on the block, is fouled on the jump shot. Foul against Stevens, and now the first 2 free throws for Westside. And I feel like that might be a really important factor in this game, especially when points will be hard to come by.
Yeah, that's a great example of your responsibility of being unselfish. I'm going to keep saying that. That was a great drive. You drew the foul. Now you got to convert on your free throws. But if there was somebody in that right corner, Kamori Jenkins might have kicked that, because that's what Westside's been doing all game. When in reality, they can draw the fouls if they can just get into the paint.
Jenkins goes 1 for 2 from the line. Mustangs take it up the floor. No pressure at all from Westside. Stevens back out to Smith. Looking inside. Drive it inside. Kick out to Harley. Harley with the pump fake now to Plotz. And a foul will be called on Matoyer.
Yeah, Millard North kind of got bailed out on that possession. It wasn't looking very good. They had four girls in the same quarter of this end of the court and no spacing on that possession whatsoever, but foul works out.
Plotz at the top of the key. Gilligan now to Smith. Down low, great pass, and a blocking foul. Another foul back-to-back on Matoyer.
Yeah, she wasn't set, so I like that call. That was great positioning down low from Stevens for the Mustangs, and Gone is not big enough to be guarding Stevens. She just doesn't have that height.
So Matoyer, the leading scorer for Westside this season and right now, she has nine points right now. Already has 2 fouls with not even less than 5 minutes left to go.
You might ask, why is Gone down low on Millard North's big? And the answer to that is Westside is switching every screen that Millard North sets, which means either Coach Clark's going to have to play some drop coverage sort of thing to where you keep your big on the bigs, or Millard North is just going to keep setting picks and getting the mismatches down low.
2 fouls will send Matoyer out. 1 for 2 from the line once again for the Mustangs. And now will be another case of Westside. Can they break the press? Nowhere to go for Freeman. Lots of options and a timeout again by Coach Clark.
You're about to have a 10-second violation. Yeah, you can throw it side to side.
They got to get it
to
up
break
the floor.
it, but you got to get it up the floor. And I'm going to do my best to explain this. I wish I had a little circle thing to draw on your guys' screen like they do to show you. Coach Clark is drawing this up in the huddle, by the way. He's showing his team how to break the press. And I promise you they practice this all week, knowing Millard North is going to do this. You can play your back and forth. Somebody's got to get in the middle and get behind the press. Yes, Millard North has a lot of length, and that's why this press is working so well. Their arms are active. They're getting in the passing lanes. Coach Clark knows how to break this press, and so does Westside. I promise you. I wasn't in their practice, but I know Coach Clark and how great of a coach he is. They know how to break a 1-3-1 press because Millard North's been doing it all year, and they scout. They know what Millard North's going to do. Do it in practice. They're just not executing.
I believe what the one thing Westside is missing in this offense is a bit more length. Sanai Foster is the only one currently active that's 6 foot. Elise Peterson's out currently. She's in uniform.
That's something I noticed, Hunter. I'm glad we brought that up. She has not been in uniform all season. This is the first game I've seen her in uniform, so I wonder if that is a sign to potentially becoming active in the near future.
I was talking with some people, and they said she might be able to play this game, or at the latest might be able to come back in a couple of games against Central. But Westside gets it in. Jenkins, no good. Foster with the rebound. She tries to put up a half-hearted shot. That's no good. Oh, Foster to leap in the rebound and a foul underneath. And 2 shots coming up for Westside. More active defense, but a great possession there by Foster just to rebound, and make sure to get a shot up while she was being tripped.
I know that came off the offensive rebound and the steal, but I like that quick possession. Kimora Jenkins got a good look at the rim driving. That's what they're going to have to do, especially with Matoyer on the bench with her foul trouble right now.
First one missed by Foster, but you brung up Kimora Jenkins. She had 29. In her last 2 games, she's had 29 and 16. In the last game against Papio South, she had 16 points and 8 rebounds, along with 4 assists. It's probably the best assisting Westside has had all season. As Foster hits a second, another 1 for 2, and Davis will check it for Foster. So little less height on the floor for Westside right now.
And now Millard North should attack the paint. Now they have a little bit of a size advantage, but this also means that Westside has more of the ability to switch the screens that Millard North's going to set.
Still a man-on-man defense from Westside. Freeman gets faked up. Outside, kick again. Harley from 3. That's no good. Rebound goes to out of bounds. It'll go to the Westside Warriors.
It's a good possession, good look by Millard North. The threes are just not falling really for either team though.
Millard North doesn't shoot the 3-ball much, but right now they can't find their rhythm as Jenkins goes in and gets blocked. 1-on-1. Freeman has to foul Smith on the drive. No shot though. Mustangs will get it under the basket.
Not necessarily a bad foul. It's your 4th one, so the next one is free throws, but stop the layup.
Honestly, in that situation, it's probably better that you do that. 3:48 left to go in the second. Underneath, Smith kicks to the outside. Harley fakes the 3. Now back up to the top of the key with Plotz. Outside again, kicks. Great closeouts by Westside. Nothing going for Millard North right now. Inside, Smith. And a foul called late. Looked like Davis brung her hands down.
Yes, Smith has the height advantage down low. Keep feeding her. She leads the team 8.8 points per game. It's going to change just game by game as close as these averages are with Millard North. But right now they're doing what they've done all season. They've spread the ball out. They don't have a scorer that's done most of the work tonight.
First free throw is good by Smith. She's a 67% free throw shooter. The foul was called on Duvall, not Davis. But a chance for Millard North to, now they have a 3-point lead. And for both teams, those are going to be big leads to come by.
And now Gone is off the floor, so your best defenders for Westside are all off the floor. They got to be smart when they come back to this other end on defense.
Great job breaking the press for one of the first times today. McGreen down low. She tries to move in, and that will be called for a travel.
She had the right idea. She just doesn't quite have the size. She doesn't have the experience either. This is only her first year on varsity, and she doesn't get a ton of minutes. But that's what I want to see Foster do when she gets the ball down low. Use your bag, get the points, and now you see Gone getting ready to check back in. They need her on defense.
3:05 left to play in the second. Down low again for Smith. And that bucket's good on the left-handed layup.
And that's because Gone is off the floor. That's who Gone was guarding before she went to the bench, and look who got wide open after that one.
Another broken press by Westside. Starting to find their rhythm on that end. Now they need to find the offense.
Timeout work. They're breaking the press.
Driving in Duval. High off the glass, no good. And now a quick fast break for Millard North. They get it down in a great IQ play by Clara Welker to throw it. She was going out of bounds, had to throw it off the body of Gabby Duval, and it works.
Now Gone's back in. She'll probably go back on Averill Smith, and that's exactly who she's guarding right now.
I think it'll be Foster on Smith, actually. But they get it out quickly. Harley gets a great pass inside. Corner 3 again. Nothing at all. Air ball. Rebound to Jenkins. Westside needs some points. They've been on a scoring drought. 20-15 the Mustangs lead. Great pass down low. Gahan too hard.
Those are good looks. They're going to fall at some point for the Warriors. The back cut's always open, especially when a team is as aggressive as Millard North.
Smith drives in. Wanted to travel. 3-ball by Plotz. No good. Offensive glass. That's no good. Tip out of bounds. Warrior basketball, and Coach Clark is not happy about a no travel call.
I mean, personally, I didn't think it was a travel, but Westside fans are going to say one thing, the Millard North fans are going to say the other.
That's how it is in the world of sports.
They're breaking the press amazing. Coach Clark drew it up, and you're going to get these chances at the rim.
Now they got to convert those chances. Duval had a great look. Just could not get it to fall, and another jump ball. This one will go with the Mustangs. Just another great look by Westside. They've consecutively broke the press. They just can't find any room to work on their offense. They've only hit 1-3 today.
Yeah, those looks are going to be there if Westside can keep breaking this press, and they've proved that. So I wouldn't be shocked if you see Millard North either adjust the way they're doing this press or pull it off, especially if those looks start to fall for the Warriors breaking the press.
1:33 left to go. On the outside, North trying to dig in. Outside, it's Brazil. Back to Harley. Driving inside, looking for anyone. Gets it out somehow. Brazil for three. No good.
The three-pointer is not there tonight for Millard North whatsoever. But their defense is keeping in this game because their defense is turning into offense. And their points off turnovers rate, I would assume, is quite high with the way this score is. Obviously, we can't check that, but Westside is doing an amazing job of breaking this press.
Inside, Jenkins is fouled on the shot. So she'll get two, but now with Matoyer back on the floor and 1:04 left to play in the second, I would assume you would try to get it to her, try to get an opportunity out of three. She's the only one that's hit a three so far for Westside, but Jenkins is going to go to the line for two.
Yeah, those looks at the rim are going to be there all day for Westside as long as Millard North keeps this press up. When you break a press, they can't set up their half-court defense to stop you. And with all those offensive players going down, it's going to be there if they can get those looks to fall. And now you have the subs come in for Matoyer, offense for defense. Don't want her to get the foul with a minute left.
Jurosevich is a pretty good defender for Westside. But now another opportunity for Jenkins to try to get Westside off the scoring drought. And that might just be the monkey off their back that they need. Now Westside with a little bit of press. Jurosevich saw a little bit of this in Friday's game against Papio South. Top of the key is Harley. Outside three ball. No good again. Rebound to Welker, and she's fouled on the shot. Another opportunity with 44.4 left to play.
I hate to say it because Millard North is good at shooting threes, but at some point you got to tone it down on the amount you're taking, especially when you're getting good looks at the rim like the Mustangs are tonight.
They've been able to get good offensive rebounds as
shooters touch.
Little rim in and rim out and in, but the bucket is good nonetheless. 5-point lead still for Millard North.
Yeah, free throws aren't Mustangs' strong suit by any means. They shoot about 71% as a team from the line. Welker at the line right now shooting just over 54%. So Westside might be okay with giving Millard North some free throws if they continue to struggle from that line.
And that's pretty weird because their top two free throw shooters, have 92 and 82% free throw percentages.
That goes to show you the rest of the team and how that changes the average that much.
6-point lead for Westside. Overthrown pass by Matoyer, and it'll be out of bounds. Key turnover there, as now Millard North can run down the clock.
Yep, Ravosevich and Matoyer switch once again. That's a right idea. Duval was open there in the corner. She just overthrew her.
And that's a good job by Millard North. Westside's been able to break this press without Hamayo Matoyer. And she just got pressured on all three sides. And on the defense, you don't have 5 defenders. You have 6 defenders. You have the out of bounds. Especially on the press, when you can't go past when you go over half court and can't go back, that's also pretty big. That's another defender added.
The Westside's little man-to-man press is working just fine. They got the 10-second call right there.
And I want to explain this to the people watching. The time still counts while the ball is in the air. If somebody passes it from over half court to from one side to the other, the ball in the air still counts as a second.
This is one of the funniest things that I've ever laughed at. Coaches complain about that when there's a shot clock that tells you when the ball came in bounds. That's counting seconds for you. All you got to do is subtract 10 off the top of the shot clock, and that tells you that 10 seconds ran off the clock.
Westside can hold for the last shot. They are down 6. Jenkins nearly lost the ball. She tries to drive. Great defense. It's blocked. Can't foul here if you're Westside. You have 5 fouls already. Outside, 3 ball. No good again, and out of bounds. Smith, a great effort for the save. But once again, threes are not falling. Chloe Dalton was the one trying to shoot it. 5 seconds left to play here. Matoyer gets it in. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Great move. Step back for the 3. No good. And that'll be the quarter, folks. But 6 points for Westside coming into the quarter. And 8 points currently for Millard North's leading scorer, Avril Smith.
Yeah, Avril Smith been the one scoring down low because she's getting the rebounds. And that's been the game right there. It's 1 on the glass, and it's 1 before you get the ball across half court. The entire most of the first quarter and even the start of the second quarter, Westside couldn't get the ball across half court, which gave Millard North the lead. Now that you're breaking the press, you're going to see halftime adjustments made by both teams.
And a little tidbit of information here. Westside has only had 3 players scored any points at all. Leading scorers, Hamijo Matoyer with 9. But Kamora Jenkins only has 4, Foster only with 3. Everybody else has nothing.
Yeah, Millard North's got what I think I see 6 or 7 names maybe up there that have scored points. So we'll go through all that when we get back, but we got to go to the dance team.
We'll be back here after halftime. We will send it to the dance team. Second half coming up next. Hello, everybody. Welcome back here to the WTV Live Network. I'm Hunter Valepeck, alongside me Zach Kastrick, and we are just under 2 minutes away from the second half of basketball. And what is a pretty close affair, 22-16, Millard North leads it over Westside in a very defensive battle. Zach, what have you seen out of that first half by both teams?
The defensive is the right word. To me, it just goes back to the start of the game. I think Westside probably has 10, 15 turnovers already. They couldn't break the press in the first, 10, 12 minutes of the 16 of the first half. And that's the reason they're losing. They couldn't break the press. But now that they broke the press, that opens everything for Westside. They can start scoring the ball. And Millard North may make it some adjustments. They may pull the press off. They may adjust their press now that Westside is breaking it. But to me, the defense has been amazing by both teams. Millard North has just not been able to knock down a three for anything. If they needed one to save their life, they wouldn't make it.
Yeah, the only thing that has been crippling Millard North is their ability to make the three. If they switched some threes off of possession and made some twos, this game would be already out of hand. It would be more than 20 points, I'm going to guess. But right now, it's only 6. And for Westside, their offense has been really bad. They've been struggling. They usually average 60 points a game. They're on track to only get 30. But it just starts with Hamaija Matoya's been doing great. She has 9 points already on the day. And that was in the first quarter. The rest of the team has 4.
She's in foul trouble, though. She had 2 early fouls, and she sat on the bench a lot of that. Same with Guerin Kay. We didn't hear her name a whole lot. She had foul trouble. Yeah. So now Westside may have to be a little less aggressive so they don't commit those fouls and they can keep their stars out on the court.
Players come out to the floor, and we are going to have second half coverage underway. Millard North doing what they do best with the press.
Yeah, and Millard North not in foul trouble really, so their stars were able to stay out on the court the whole game.
Gahan at the top of the key. Westside's only been able to make 1 3 today. Jenkins drives, kicks out. Matoyer will drive again. Fouled before the shot. And right there, they have just been playing suffocating defense, especially down low.
And that's the responsibility of being selfish right there, Hamaija Matoyer. She's got to score. That's what she does when she has the ball.
We have
an injury.
Timeout.
She looks like she's in a lot of pain.
Looks like a collarbone, maybe got the wind knocked out of her.
Yeah, she's holding her neck. I mean, Emma Platts, that one's got to hurt. Oh, she probably got hit in the neck. That hurts.
That, from experience, that does not feel good. Not at all. Jordan McMahon will check in for the injured Platts.
I mean, she's not getting medical attention, so I assume she's just in a lot of pain from getting hit in the neck.
Game will play on nonetheless. Matoyer gets it. She takes the 3. Front rim no good. Rebound to Westside.
This game might come down to if somebody can knock down a couple of threes to find a way to get some shots to fall.
And for Westside fans, Westside is the more equipped team to do that. They have 2 big 3-point shooters in Kimora Jenkins and Hamaija Matoyer. Anybody else can probably shoot it for Westside as well. Matoyer drives it, kicks out. Gahan from the corner.
She's more than capable to knock down the 3, but the long ball has not been there for either team tonight whatsoever.
Both teams only with 1 made 3 today. And a jump ball. Possession arrow remains with Millard North. And I think Westside wanted more of a travel call. But Millard North will take it under. Possession arrow will stay with the Mustangs. McMahon gets it in. Smith is stolen by Matoyer. Fast break, much needed points for Westside. Foul on the shot. No, scratch that, it's on the floor.
The fast break opportunities have been there for Westside. They just haven't been able to score on them. But that one was close to a shooting foul.
Jenkins casting it in. Nearly stolen, but Matoyer gets it. Outside, Jenkins guarded closely by McMahon. And
Jenkins been quiet all night too.
Only 4 points for her. Matoyer down low. That one is in and out. You could see it almost go through the net.
That's a story of both of these teams' life in that first half. In and out, just shots not falling, and that's a little bit of luck as well.
3 ball for Millard North. That is no good once more. Kay with the rebound and a no call out of bounds. Jenkins for 3. That's good!
That's how the script turns right there. Millard North losing their mind over a foul call or out of bounds call. Westside knocks it down, and that's exactly how momentum flips 180.
Huge 3, 1 possession game. Smith's shot is no good, and Matoyer will take it up the floor. A 3 ties it for Westside. Down low, tipped. Foster gets it stolen right back.
But defense is how you kill momentum, and Westside kind of gained a lot of it right there, but Millard North's defense just kills momentum right away.
5:53 left to go. Great drive. Too hard on the layup. Rebound to Matoyer and a great pass out. 4 on 2. Outside. Kay passes up the 3. Jenkins, 7 points for her. She drives in. Spin move. Layup. No good. Just barely again rims out. This is madness.
Energy is picked up in the gym. You can tell between both teams. And right now I say it's favoring Westside a little bit. That one little single bit of Jenkins 3.
Another 3 by Millard North, and it finally falls for the Mustangs.
And that's how you steal momentum, making threes like that, especially knowing that they haven't done it all night.
Okay, that 3's no good. Harley wanted another 3. She is the only one that's been managing to hit shots, and that ball was going to go out of bounds, but it hits off the referee. And the ref's technically in play. Underneath. Layup is good. Huge bucket by the Mustangs, and their lead is up to 8.
Yeah, Coach Clark might need a timeout here soon.
2 balls no good. Rebound tipped by Gahan and is out to Hurley. Millard North can extend it to double digits.
Momentum is all with the Mustangs right now, all of it.
Out of bounds, going to the Warriors. Jenkins to Matoyer. Gets it up the floor now. Inside, Gahan. Mid-range floater is no good. Nothing to fall for the Warriors.
You can see the Westside players are just frustrated. Their layups aren't falling. Nothing's falling.
Just great defense by the Mustangs. Outside, wide open 3. In and out. Rebound tipped. Plotz comes up with the rebound and a foul underneath.
And it's a dangerous zone because once 1 or 2 threes start to fall for Millard North, it could be a rock wall effect, an avalanche effect, and they could start to fall really rapidly.
Plot 82% from the line, looking to extend Millard North to a double-digit lead. First one is good, and Freeman will check back in for the Warriors.
Off the bench and for the Warriors is number 2, Freeman.
Westside had the early 3 by Jenkins to cut the lead down to 3, but now a huge run from Millard North.
Yeah, I thought that 3 by Jenkins was going to be a big momentum and morale boost for these Westside kids, but they lost all their momentum quite fast.
Matoyer, open look. She does not take the shot that she normally would, and a foul on the shot. McMahon not happy about it. That'll be her 3rd, and that'll be foul trouble for her.
She was walled up, which that's exactly what you're taught. You're taught to wall up, hands straight up, but there was a lot of body. Granted, Matoyer started that contact, but you're going to get that call quite a bit.
Matoyer's her 66th 3-throw of the season, 74% from the line. Second one, 2 for 2 from the line from Matoyer. Maybe a little. Westside needs some defensive momentum now. Harley inside. Great pass to Stevens, and it's good.
Yeah, Coach Clark might think about a timeout, maybe if not this possession, the next one, especially if they can't get it across the line.
Out of bounds on Jenkins. Now, and there you go, timeout taken by Coach Clark.
You got to find a way to kill momentum, and if your defense can't do it, your shots aren't falling, you're going to have to call a timeout.
And we will take a quick break here on the WTV Live Network. Coach Clark calls a timeout, and we will be back here in less than a minute. Hello, everybody. Welcome back on the WTV Live Network as Millard North currently leads Westside 31-21. And it's just been all doom for Westside. 3:27 left to play in the third quarter. Defense has been a big factor for Millard North, and Westside with double-digit turnovers.
Yeah, you got to stop turning the ball over first and foremost. And then once you are able to do that, you got to find a way to knock down some shots. And when your layups aren't falling, everything's out of whack.
And now it's just key possessions for Millard North trying to extend lead. Smith outside. Harley guarded closely by Jenkins. Looking for something, and now Smith at the post. Drives in, kicks out, 3-ball. No good. Another offensive rebound for Millard North. That one is no good. Jenkins comes out the pile with the ball, and now Kay will bring it up.
Millard North is still shooting with confidence, and you got to respect that.
Matoyer from 3, that's no good. Rebound to Stevens, and now 2-on-2.
I don't know if that shot's needed. Early in the shot clock, deep 3, haven't been falling all game.
2 is good by Stevens, and now a double-digit lead, even more now, 12 points, 33-21. Matoyer going slow. Long a pass to Freeman. Down low. And foul on the floor.
I'd like to see Sinai Foster post up a little bit more down low. Maybe knock down a few layups to get this team going.
Nothing going for either team, actually. Stevens will scratch that. Smith will be the one to check out. And now keep possession for Westside, trying to get something going. Jenkins on the outside. Perimeter defense has been a big factor for Millard North today. Step back 3. That's good!
Maybe get her going. She's knocked down 2 threes in this third quarter. She might have a little bit of flame coming off those hands right now.
10 points for Kamora Jenkins.
She can shoot the 3, we know that.
9-point deficit now. 3-ball. No good. Rebound out to Freeman. And now defensive rebounds are going to be a big factor. Now being trapped out of bounds off of Millard North. So a bailout right there.
Westside's got to stop dribbling up the sidelines. That creates a third defender for Millard North. You have 2 defenders and you have the sideline. That's 3-on-1. You're just not getting out of that. Use the middle of the court to your advantage and do what you're doing to break the press.
The worst places to be while you're trying to break a press are past half court and near the sidelines. Matoyer gets it, trying to get it to Jenkins as they do. Need to get her hot. That ball's tipped and stolen. I think she was trying to look for Foster. Another turnover by Westside. Stevens now at the top of the logo. More passing. Gets it inside. Great dribble drive. No good by Harley. Rebound to Jenkins as collision past half court. We have an injury. 2-ball is good. And an injury timeout. It's going to be on. It looked like Gabby Duvall and
Vanderplat.
And Emma Vanderplat.
She's
got
getting
rocked.
kind of beat up in this game. She went out earlier with that, what we looked like a neck injury. She went out, and now she's, I want to say, holding her head maybe.
And that's a scary sight there. We know concussions are a big part of this, as we will take a break here on the WTV Live Network. Let her catch her breath, and we will be back 33-26. Northern North leads. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the WTV Live Network. Still in the injury timeout, it was Emma Plotz who got knocked over. Bloody nose as we're getting cleanup here by the Westside crew, and scary sight to see here if you're a Millard North fan.
Yep. Use your chemicals, pick up the blood, but she definitely had a bloody nose. She was holding it, so hopefully that's all it is. Hopefully she didn't break her nose or anything like that. But Emma Platz has been taking some hits tonight. Like we mentioned before we went to break, she went off with a neck injury, holding her upper back, maybe her neck area, and now bloody nose, maybe some sort of head injury. We're not sure, but everyone hoping she's okay. But that goes back to the physicality tonight, Hunter. It's been a physical game.
Yeah, it's been a really physical game. Westside with I believe 5 straight points, cutting the lead to 7 from 12. Momentum swing shift with the Warriors, but Westside has their top their top 4 scorers are all on the bench. Right now, it's the backups that are in, trying to stop Millard North at all costs.
You got a defensive lineup, that's for sure right now for Westside.
Jurosevich at the top of the trying to guard up. Inside, Stevens. Davis, great defense, but even better offense by Clara Wilker. Shot clock turned off. Westside gets it up to McGrain. That one is going to be called a jump ball, and I just want to bring this up, Zach. The starters were the one that broke the press, not with the bench coming in.
No, you read my mind. Westside had no true ball handler out there whatsoever. You had nobody that has been in the game to break that press, and now you see the big three, Maya Jo Montoya, Kamora Jenkins, Sanai Foster, all check back into the game. Those have been the group that's been breaking the press.
Jenkins to Montoya. Jenkins will pop it from 3. That's good! Lead down to 6.
You got to let her shoot. That's her third three-pointer of the quarter.
Huge 3 by Kamora Jenkins. Less than 10 seconds left to go. 8 seconds. Playing with pace now. Need key defensive stops here. 2 seconds. 1 second. Get it up at the horn. No good. And now that's some maybe a momentum swing here for Westside. Lead down to 6 after it was 12 at one point.
Yeah, that one almost got out of hand. Millard North got some momentum. But Kamora Jenkins, she's kept Westside in it this quarter. 3 3-pointers in that quarter alone. Been the only one in the quarter that was really able to score for Westside. Like to see the ball in her hands more in this fourth quarter.
Yeah, just under 40 seconds before we're heading back here, but Defense, big part of the game, 35 to 29. But you just said it, read my mind. Kimora Jenkins has single-handedly been keeping Westside in this game. Still only 3 scores for Westside. It's been Kimora Jenkins, it's been Famajo Matoyer, and Sinai Foster. Nobody else on Westside has scored so far.
Yeah, that's not a recipe for success whatsoever, Hunter. And that's the flip. Millard North, everyone's scoring. They're a distributing team. They like to toss it off to everyone, and everyone's gotten a little piece of the cake tonight for Millard North. And their defense has been amazing as expected.
And what I've seen from Millard North mostly is their offensive rebound capability. They've been able to get a lot of second chance points.
Yeah, and if you look at the stats, that is not what you expect. Westside is a team that dominates the glass, but Millard North is being smart with the way they do it. They're not necessarily getting it off the rim. They're attacking the person that rebounds the ball, and they're not expecting it whatsoever.
Coming up for Millard North, however, we were talking about before the game, they played 2 games out of town, one of them in St. Louis, Missouri against Vashon, and then next day going to Illinois in a 2.5-hour drive.
Yeah, brutal scheduling right there.
Really brutal scheduling. 4th quarter underway. Great defense by Westside. Inside, Harley hit while she was on the jump shot. That'll go on Kimora Jenkins. That'll only be her first.
I mean, good contest. They're going to call that on the floor.
They are going to call that on the floor.
I don't know if I necessarily agree with that one, but every coach will tell you this, whether it sounds harsh or not. If you're going to foul, make it a hard foul. Don't let them get an and one.
That is true. Harley, she has been the main 3-point shooter for Westside today, and another foul assessed to her. Another one on Matoyer.
That one should definitely be shooting.
That'll be shooting, and now Harley is slow to get up. She got the wind knocked out of her by Matoyer.
Holding her left hip, it looks like, maybe. It's been a really physical game. That is a fact.
6-point lead for the Mustangs, and if you're Millard North, this is the girl you want at the line right now. 92% from the line. So 2 big shots coming up for Millard North to try to regain this lead, as the first one is no good.
92% from the line, but she hasn't shot in a lot of them at the line. That is true.
One for 2 from the line. Lead extends to 7, and I expect here you'd probably want to get it to Foster and then to Jenkins. Foster pulls up from the mid-range.
That's not really a shot that she takes very often.
Great offensive rebounding by Gilligan. Stole it right out of the hands of Kay. But, yeah, you said it. No, they had a 3-on-1, and they pulled up for the mid-range from the center. Down low, backing down Matoyer. That's no good. Welker with the board. Smith, guarded by Foster, drives, kick out, Harley for 3. That's good! And a 10-point lead for Millard North as they are starting to pull away.
Yeah, they're picking up the energy, which means the momentum changes. Your defense gets easier to play.
Matoyer, great ball handling. Foster from 3, and it's good!
That is something that Sinai Foster doesn't do a whole lot. Only her 6th made 3 of the season on now what is 18 attempts.
Wow, that is not the best look there for Westside, but no, it doesn't matter if it's good. 3 ball, no good from Millard North. Rebound off of Stevens.
That was a settle for Millard North. Avril Smith taking the 3. She hasn't made one all season, 0 for 7. I think she kind of just wanted to get back at Foster.
Nowhere to go. Gets it up the floor. Foster pulls up from 3 again. And it's good again. 2 for 2 from Foster. The lead down to 4.
I stress, she came in tonight 5 for 17 from 3, and now she's made back-to-back. The heat check is real.
Mamma mia. Offensive foul. Westside basketball.
Momentum flip 180 right there, all to Westside. If you were to tell me Westside's going to catch fire from 3, I would have guessed it would have been Hamaya Jo Matoyer or Kimora Jenkins. The last player I would expect to catch fire from 3 is Sinai Foster.
That will force Coach Chris Paulson to call timeout, 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it here with you. But now, 4-point deficit now after it looked like a surefire thing that Millard North was going to put this one away.
Yeah, Westside basketball, they can make this a one-possession game. Don't need a three, don't need any of that. Plenty of time, 5 minutes of basketball. They have to continue to break the press, Hunter, though. The only reason they're getting this is because they're breaking the press and those shots are there. If I'm Chris Paulson, I'm almost pulling the press off if I'm Millard North, unless you're going to a man-to-man press, because it is not working. Westside is breaking it with ease right now.
Sinai Foster came into the game shooting less than 30% from three. She is 2 for 2 and has basically put Westside back in this game.
Yeah, there's the man-to-man press. They kind of backed off what they've been doing all game.
And you can see that Plotz is back in, guarding Matoyer. Great defense by the Mustangs. Gets it to the outside. And a timeout will be called by Coach Steve Clark just to get Matoyer out of that high-pressure situation.
Yeah, almost a turnover. Good timeout by Coach Clark, but now you only have one more left for the remaining 5:38, so everything's got to be done on the court by your leaders. You can't stop it if momentum flips for Millard North, so got to be smart with the basketball. If you're on the floor, you don't really have the timeouts in your bag to be able to use that. Millard North does, so if they get in those situations, they have it. That's the luxury of having the momentum most of the game. You don't have to really burn any timeouts.
And still, only 3 players have scored for Westside. This is probably the biggest thing I've seen all day from them. Sinai Foster, Hamai Jo Matoyer, and Kamara Jenkins have scored all 35 of Westside's points.
Yeah, I'm trying to think back if somebody else has gotten on the board, but
I can't think of anything.
There might be a free throw knocked down in there in between by a couple of players, but majority of the scoring, 100%, is by the 3 girls.
Matoyer on the outside. Great screen, 3-ball Matoyer. No good. And a big defensive stop for Millard North. They needed that.
Not a terrible look by Matoyer. She can make those, but it's been quiet all night.
Overthrow by Gilligan. Warrior basketball, 5:22 left to play. And little thing here, Westside only with 1 timeout remaining. So if you're in a sticky situation, you have 1 timeout. It's a one-time use only.
Millard North going to a 3-2 zone. Haven't seen this almost all game.
This might throw Westside into a tizzy here.
They don't have a timeout to call to discuss about it either. Players got to know how to do it.
Open 3 from Matoyer is good!
That's the easiest way, not the correct way to break a 3-2, but if you can make a three-pointer, you can't run a 3-2 zone.
That ball's tipped by Jenkins, but it's gotten by Gilligan. Inside to Plotz. Kick out. Hardly 1-3. Inside again for Plotz. Rebound by Foster. And now Jenkins with the opportunity for the lead. Matoyer for 3! No good.
That was for the lead.
It's a 1-point game all of a sudden. Westside on a 9-0 run.
You don't need to make every shot, but you need to get stops.
Defense is going to be the big factor. Smith down low. Her 2. It's good. Dead balled off the iron.
You're down 3, but you don't need a 3. There's still 4 minutes. Play your game. Millard North sticking to man-to-man after Matoyer knocked down that 3.
Still a 2-3 zone. Under. No good. It'll stay with the Warriors. 4:05 left to play here. And a much-needed score by Millard North as they still are up by 3. You don't need a 3 here for Westside. 4 minutes still left to play. Fouls are not an issue for either team. Jenkins drives. Looking. Floater. That's good.
Kamara Jenkins is one of the best players in the state in that range. If she gets into that key area, her floater and step-back game is really hard to guard.
Smith gets it tapped away and nearly stolen, but Gahan could not come up with the basketball. Now Zach, I'm starting to say we've seen some offense as of late.
Yeah, we're seeing it, but it's starting on this end. Westside's getting the stops, and it's giving them a chance to score the ball.
In basketball, it's mainly the defense that can turn into the offense. Plotz, top of the key, tipped and stolen, and rebounded by Plotz.
Scramble drill, find somebody to guard and get on them.
5 seconds left to go on the shot clock. They need to put something up. Plotz, guarded by Jenkins, gets it up at the horn. No good. And shot clock violation did not hit the rim. Coach Clark was furious down on the sideline.
Yeah, no, I don't do it often, but only one official it was the girl official here on the far side, put her hand on her head. All 3 officials should be all over that one.
Especially in this situation in the game, that is very true. 3:08 left to play. Matoyer looking for a 3. Drives in. 2-ball is good. Westside with the lead for the first time since the second quarter.
It's the defense that built the confidence, and Westside has the confidence to get the ball through.
Response by Millard North is true. Gilligan, a huge 3, and the Warriors, and the Mustangs, lead by 2 with 2:49 left to play.
A big-time shot by big-time players. That's how it goes. When your back is against the wall, you usually say go for a layup, Hunter, but especially if you're Millard North and you haven't been able to hit a 3 all game, why not shoot the 3?
I agree with that one. Minute timeout here, so we will still stick it with you here, but still a huge swing of events. Millard North with a huge 3 to keep this lead going for them. But Westside, they were down by 10 with about 6 minutes left to play here. And now look at this, they're only down 2.
Yeah, Westside is not in a bad spot whatsoever. That 3 really hurts Westside. You had the momentum, maybe give a little bit of a back there on that 3-pointer.
It's Sinai Foster who started it with her 2 initial 3s, and then it's been Kamora Jenkins and Hamayo Matoyer that's basically given them the lead. But it was Izzy Gilligan who got the 3 before the timeout to put Millard North back on top. But now this offense from Westside, they have their 4 leading scorers in Hamayo Matoyer and Kamora Jenkins, Sinai Foster and Gwendolyn Kay. Also some Jaya Freeman out there for some more 3-point depth. Kay will throw it in for Westside and more press action. This one a 2-2-1 looks like from Millard North. They get it a great press possession outside, and Matoyer will get it. Half-court defense now from Millard North.
Take your time, get a good look. There's still a lot of time on the clock.
Jenkins drives in. Layup, too hard.
It's a tough finish.
Tough finish, no good. Jenkins was caught in the air. Harley picks up her dribble. Now man-on-man defense from Westside. 2:16 left to play here. Critical possession in this game.
Same with Millard North. Take your time, get a good look, just like that one.
Rebound. Shot is too hard.
It's a good look by Welker, but just not getting it to fall.
Matoyer for 3. No good. She has not been able to hit those shots as of yet today, and a foul will be called on Freeman.
Yeah, I don't see a way Westside's going to win this one if they can't find a way to get another maybe 1 or 2 3-pointers to fall, especially with the way this game is going right now. Westside's kind of fading back to the 3, but that's not what got them the lead, Hunter. They played smart basketball. They got good looks at the rim, which opened up the 3-pointers for the Warriors.
1:55 remaining. 42-44. Millard North on top. Welker to Smith. Nowhere to go, and Matoyer will be called for the shove.
Yeah, that's the right call. Matoyer was getting really physical there.
That'll be her 4th.
Yeah, that hurts. That's your best 3-point shooter, one of them. That's your ball handler. And on this end, you can't have her on the court picking up that 5th foul.
Jurosevich will check in for defense, basically the defensive purpose.
Westside still has that 1 timeout. Millard North with 3.
Westside has a critical timeout still. Gilligan at the top of the key. Hit the 3 to get this one. This is where it is. Foster nearly tipped and stolen. Outside to Smith. Harley guarded by Jurosevich. The foul on the floor. And now that's a critical foul because now it'll be her that'll be the 5th on Westside. And that will send the Mustangs to the line with a critical opportunity for a 2-possession lead.
Harley's already missed 1 free throw. She went 1 for 2 earlier in this game. It's a big free throw. Got to continue to make them. They're going to get the chances at the line, the Mustangs are, especially now that they are in the bonus. They're going to get the chance to knock these free throws down, but you have to be able to do it.
1 for 2 from the line. Still a one-possession game. Jenkins gets it up the floor. It's tipped, and it's stolen. Westside fans wanted to travel. They do not get it. And now a big possession. Two-possession lead in store if Millard North can get any kind of bucket. Free throw to a 3.
Yeah, take your time, though. You have a 3-point lead, but you still got to get a good look. It's only a one-possession game.
Defense, offensive foul!
Cannot extend the arm to create space. Can't do it. It's the right call.
I think I need to call you rule analyst Zach Kastrick now.
You can't do that. You don't need a 3. Westside does not need a 3. The shot clock is still on. Get a layup, get a good look. If you have the look from downtown, take it.
Less than a minute remaining. Matoyer wanting something. The freshman in her biggest moment as of yet. Drives, hit, and a rebound to Millard North.
No foul. Good call.
No foul. Still the shot clock still in effect. 6 seconds separated.
They don't need to foul. The shot clock is about 6 seconds difference. Millard North's going to run this down if they can.
Inside, Smith is probably the one they want to take their shot. Or Harley. Oh my, open look, and it's blocked. No, no, it's a foul.
Yeah, you can't do that. You can't do that. You waste almost the entire shot clock. You play good defense, and then you bail them out with a foul.
Oh man, you cannot do that if you're Sinai Foster. 15.7 left in 2 shots.
And Coach Clark's asking the same question everyone's asking. Why was this not a foul down here on the right end if that was a foul on the left end? But that free throw is big. Makes it a 2-possession game.
2-possession game, barring a 4-point play.
And now Millard North, regardless if they make the shot, they're going to give up layups. They're not going to let him shoot a 3.
2 for 2 from the line. Coach Clark does not want the timeout. Less than 15 seconds, they need to score quick. Matoyer, and they're just going to foul Kay.
That is my biggest belief. When you're up by 3 or more in this situation, foul. It's only their 3rd foul. They have fouls to give. Waste the clock. They can do the same thing here. Waste another 4 seconds. Foul them.
Matoyer at the top. That's what they'll do.
Wasted 2.
Oh, and now Matoyer. Some words. And it looks like
they have an argument. You have to play the ball if you're going to foul there.
Chloe Dalton was the one jarring. Matoyer looking. 3 ball. Off the back rim. No good. And a foul. And it's going to be a timeout with 0.6 seconds.
I don't know how you can call that timeout. The ball nobody had possession. You can't call timeout.
Millard North wanting an explanation. So a timeout will be called by Westside with 0.6 left, and I'm going to say, Zach, this one's over.
I think it's 2-possession game with 0.6 seconds. I want to go through that, though. I want to explain some things. Starting with Westside wanted an intentional flagrant foul there, that one of those most recent ones. Millard North didn't play the ball. The girl, she did get shoved. They have a legitimate case there, but let's be real. How often are you going to get that call if you're Westside? Almost never. You're almost never going to get that call. And that timeout, I don't know how Coach Clark got that timeout. The ball was clearly in the air, but I don't think it's going to matter. You're down 0.6. You can catch and shoot a 3. Millard North's going to let you shoot the 3 because you're down 4. Even if you make it, you're still down 1. Just don't foul. Just don't foul. This happened in boys basketball earlier this season, down 4, and they had a 4-point play to tie it and send it to overtime in the Metro Holiday Tournament. Just don't foul.
I will say it's 5-point lead, Zach.
So it's even worse. My math sucks. You literally cannot win this game. It's not mathematically possible.
They get it up at the horn. Matoyer's 3 is good, but it won't matter in the end as Millard North storms into Westside and takes a key win from the Westside Warriors as Millard North keeps their number 2 rank.
Coach Clark is not happy, I'll tell you that. He went out on the court, he kind of chased the refs out of the gym. But you know what? Millard North doesn't care how it's done. take the win, escape with the W, keep your season going. You can't knock Westside. Millard North's a really good team, but Westside got to find a way to get some more baskets going. Can't live or die by the 3.
And that'll do it here from Jim Tangall Court. Westside does have a couple of key victory games coming up. They play Papio in about 3 days, and then they go play Millard South the next day to end the month. But they just need a couple key victories to finish out this month, get going to February with a winning spirit.
Yeah, we'll be back here on the WTV Live Network for Papio later this week. Come back to see if Westside can bounce back with the girls. Same with the boys. Can they bounce back after quite a whooping from Papio La Vista South last Friday?
Yeah, we thank you guys for tuning in here on the WTV Live Network. I'm Hunter Valopek, saying so long alongside Zach Kastrick and our entire crew. We thank you guys for tuning in. Millard North taking the win away from Westside, 47-45. Have a good night, folks.